Sire, beware!
Oh, Sir Ivanhoe! Yet again, your king's life is held safe in your hands. We are in your debt. Sir Ivanhoe, now that we have taken the city of Acre, I would reward you for your loyalty and courage. You have but to ask, and take what you will.
Your Majesty, I have but one desire, and it is not for treasure. My heart's wish is to return home to Rotherwood, and to earn my father's forgiveness for the dishonor I have brought to his name.
Dishonor? You, Sir Ivanhoe? How came such a thing from so brave a knight?
Sire, my father, Cedric of Rotherwood, has in his care the Lady Rowena, who is his ward. He wished her to marry the noble Lord Athelstan, and so join two strong Saxon lines. This would strengthen the Saxon cause, my father thought, and lead us towards independence from Norman rule.
This is folly. You speak of an old wound, Ivanhoe, one which should have healed long since.
Sire, when I had thought on it, I said as much to him myself. It was then Rowena and I declared our love for each other. My father became furious and said I betrayed both him and my Saxon blood. I was banished from my father's house, he hoping Rowena's heart would reach out to Athelstan were I not there.
This is an injustice to a brave knight. Scribe, write a letter to Cedric of Rotherwood. Write of his son's courage and loyalty in our service. Write to soften his Saxon heart, even if the letter comes under a Norman king's seal. Take the letter, Sir Ivanhoe, and go you. Go you to your own place, and to your lady. Go with my blessing, home to Rotherwood.
Come, Rowena, my dear. No smile for this fool's antics?
My Lord Cedric, the one person who could cheer my heart is far and far away.
I will not be drawn into this matter again, my lady. You would do well to forget. Girth, see who comes on such a night.
My lord, 3 travelers seeking shelter from this foul night.
What travelers? Who are they, man?
Lord, all are returned from the Holy Land. One a pilgrim, and the others Norman knights.
Normans? Blood of my ancestors, that they should look for shelter here. Well, Saxon or Norman, I will not have them say Cedric of Rotherwood denied them hospitality. Announce them.
Crusader knights. Perhaps they have news of...
I will seek no news. The one who disobeyed me is no longer my son.
My Lord Cedric, here be Sir Brian de Bois-Gilbert, Templar Knight, and Sir Reginald Front de Berth, Lord of Torquilstone Castle. Warm yourself by the fire, pilgrim.
Bid you welcome to Rotherwood, sirs. I present you to my ward, the Lady Rowena.
My lady, we have met before at the Eastertide Fair. You have grown in beauty, though I had thought that impossible. I have thought of you much since then.
I would ask you to guard your tongue, Sir Knight. How came you to Rotherwood?
The storm struck as we rode, sir, and we mislaid our path. We chanced upon the pilgrim, and he guided us to this shelter in return for a seat on one of our baggage horses.
You are free of my table and my house, then? Do you stay long?
This night only, by your leave. We journey to the tournament at Ashby,
Where the rabble may see the excellence of Norman knights.
The Norman knights in England, aye. The best of our Saxon lords fight with King Richard in the Holy Land.
We have ourselves but now returned from that crusade. And indeed the king has a gallant host of English warriors there, second only to the Norman knights who have fought the Saracen hordes.
Second to none. I say the English chivalry were second to none in the defense of the Holy Land.
Well said, fellow.
What would you know of this, pilgrim, to make so bold a claim?
I too am newly returned from Palestine, Sir Knight. I was present at the tournament King Richard held to celebrate the taking of St. John of Acre.
Go on, good pilgrim, please.
Of all the knights who engaged that day, only one Norman prevailed, and he was that great and good King Richard of the Lion's Heart.
I forgive him his Norman blood.
Sir Eustace de Bracy, a famous Norman, was soon unhorsed by Sir Edwin Turnham.
A fine Saxon name.
Sir Thomas Moulton's lance unseated the Lord of Torquilstone.
You have an ill tongue, pilgrim. Perhaps it needs cropping.
Hold, sir. There will be no threats nor sword play under my roof. Go on, good pilgrim.
There was only one other, a lesser knight. I cannot remember his name, my lord.
Indeed. A strange loss of memory. This lesser knight's lance unseated me, to my shame. And his title is known well enough hereabouts. It was the Lord Cedric's own son, the Knight of Ivanhoe.
My son.
My brave Ivanhoe.
Aye, brave enough for a Saxon Englishman. I say this, were he in England this day, I would challenge him to meet me in the tournament at Ashby.
And I.
Bold words, and all the bolder with Ivanhoe away, sirs. But I know him well, and I give you my pledge. If he returns from Palestine, he will meet you. I will go surety for that.
And this my pledge. Your heart upon my sword point, pilgrim, if he fails to do so. And more, I will proclaim him coward on the walls of every Templar court in Christendom.
No man will ever call Ivanhoe coward, Sir Brian. I add my pledge to the pilgrims.
No. No need, my dear. The formal challenge to single combat has been made, and it stands, or there is no chivalry in England. Girth, see that our guests have food, and show them to their beds.
By my soul, pilgrim, you frightened me.
Be silent and come with me.
Where do you take me, and why?
You will know presently.
Why here, where no man's eye can see us? I tell you plain, if you plot against my Lord Cedric and look to me for help, you are wrong.
Good steadfast Girth. A pity you do not have a nose as keen as fangs.
Sir Ivanhoe! It is you!
Rise and stand, faithful Girth. We have but little time. I take this risk for one purpose only. I must have a war horse and armor for the coming tournament, and you must help me.
Your horse Fury is here yet, my master, and well cared for. And your old armor. You will fight the Normans, then?
In truth, I will, and defeat their arrogance. So I hope to earn my father's forgiveness. But I must be away before dawn.
And I, for you will need a squire.
And a dog, too, it seems.
I am only a poor traveler.
As poor as us, old man. Let's see the color of your money.
But I have nothing, I tell you.
Oh, lady's got gold hidden in that there saddle.
And the dog is worth stealing anyway.
Down, old man. Mercy me. This is a terrible thing.
Stop that noise or I'll club ya.
Oh!
Release him, knaves!
What, for a swordless pilgrim?
Thank you, good sirs, thank you. You have saved my life. How can I repay you?
No payment, friend. What is your name?
I am Isaac of York, kind pilgrim. I travel to meet my daughter Rebecca in Sheffield and thence to the tournament at Ashby.
Then we will escort you to the crossroads. From there you will be safe.
May you be rewarded for your kindness, good sirs. And how may I call you?
My friend here is Girth. I remain nameless, for so I have vowed until I have proved worthy to bear it once more.
Again, I say, is there no way I can repay you?
My thanks, good Isaac. I desire nothing.
A bargain with you, pilgrim. If I can guess what you most need, will you accept my gift of it?
Even if you guessed true, you would not have such wealth as my wish would demand.
Perhaps I am not so poor, good sir. Let me try.
Try then, Isaac of York.
I say then, you would wish for stout armor, a strong shield, and a knightly sword.
What sorcery is this?
No sorcery, friend Girth. Even an old man has eyes to see. And I have seen a pilgrim who fights skillfully, and whose robe sometimes does not hide the trappings of a knight. Yet such armor as would perhaps shame a knight at a great tournament. You will let me equip and arm you, sir, for my grateful pleasure.
I will accept, Isaac. But how can you pay for such things?
You are not the only one who disguises himself and his purpose, Sir Pilgrim. Armor and sword will await you at Ashby, upon my true word.